Bernard Hopkins says Terence Crawford is risking his life if he fights payday. You want payday? I know that. Canelo Alvarez. That's what I want to talk about in this video. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. The best in the business is back, and it's not even close. So I just watched an interview with Bernard Hopkins, fighter, now promoter, works with Golden Boy. They have an event. And in this Fight Hype interview, Bernard Hopkins was talking about, he was basically being asked a question about Canelo and Crawford. And he spoke candidly. And Bernard Hopkins says, what? He was almost like put off by the question, like, why would you ask me that? How do you have the audacity to ask me about this freak show type of fight? Right? And you guys can watch the interview. I'm just going to be paraphrasing, but the interview's on YouTube and you can check it out. So Bernard Hopkins, he seemingly is questioning, why is this even being brought up? Why is this a thing? He said people are being bamboozled, hoodwinked, run amok, led astray. And this is obviously a distraction from conversations that should be happening. He also said that he would love to see Canelo fight David Benavidez, and he would love to see Terence Crawford fight Jerome Boots Ennis. He says, Boots, he's whooping everybody. He's from Philly. I'm from Philly. Boots is a problem. That's who Crawford should fight. And then as far as Canelo, he should be fighting somebody in his division like David Benavidez. One of the things that Bernard Hopkins says that I think is very important to this conversation is he kept stressing, why would we be talking about somebody at 47 and him coming up to fight Canelo, who's bigger and stronger, and you got to be able to fight Canelo a certain way. He was saying you have to be able to have some length to you, pause. You have to have some height, some range, a certain style, and preferably you have to be able to hurt Canelo. Give him something to respect. You had the reporter who he said something to the effect of Terence Crawford has long arms, freakishly long arms. And Bernard Hopkins seemingly wasn't impressed by that statement. He was just like, basically, it's not going to be what you think. And it's going to take much more to beat Canelo than just being long arms and being slightly taller than Canelo Alvarez. The other thing I think was very interesting that Bernard Hopkins talked about was he says Canelo Alvarez, where he's at right now, his current form, he could really be fighting and fight at a cruiserweight and give guys HE double hockey stick, possibly beat cruiserweights right now. So what is a guy who's coming up, looking up and jumping up 21 pounds, what is he going to do when Canelo is a guy who very well could be at cruiserweight? Wow. Now, Mr. I Told You So is back. I know the world of boxing, they get fed up. They say, oh, Ego, why you keep saying I told you so? Well, it's because I told you. And it's funny because people, including Terence Crawford's team, they say stuff like, oh, Boxingego, he doesn't know about boxing. And a lot of people, they say, oh, you YouTubers, you don't really know boxing. But I can't speak for all of YouTube, but I can speak for me, the pioneer in YouTube boxing talk, right? And the reality is this YouTuber, Ego, is saying and has been saying exactly what a fighter. See, a lot of people use this. They say, oh, you're not a fighter. You're not the fighter. You don't know. You're a YouTuber. Okay. Why is a fighter and a promoter an illustrious fighter? He had a great career, Bernard Hopkins, right? Started boxing late, went to prison, got out, won titles, fought world-class elite people like Oscar De La Hoya and Roy Jones Jr., fought Kelly Pavlik, embarrassed him, beat Antonio Tarver, the guy who knocked out Roy Jones, et cetera, et cetera. So he's saying almost verbatim exactly what I've been telling you. Why are we talking about this fight? Why is Terence Crawford and Canelo? And I understand, and see, Canelo, I give him credit because he's not the one that's really egging this on. More so Crawford and the Bud Buddies. And you even see some of the Bud Buddies suggesting that Canelo is afraid of Terence Crawford. I don't know how much you have to hate Canelo or dislike Canelo to come out with some cockamamie stuff like that. Why would somebody who has 60 plus fights be afraid of some guy who is a great fighter, but he's typically fighting 21 pounds under where he's currently at? Not to mention he's fought as high as 175, and Bernard Hopkins let him tell it. He says that Canelo could even fight at cruiserweight and possibly beat guys or give guys many fits. So all in all, it just doesn't make sense. And what I hate about it, and what I've already said in past videos, but if you're new, is people who rightfully should be getting these fights, they get passed up to make a potential cash out fight for Terence Crawford and a retirement fight, because you have to look at it. If Crawford knows his career is coming to an end and he's trying to hang him up, win, lose, or draw, either he beats Canelo or he loses, he's going to make a whopping sum of money. So he might not care either way, because it's like literally the last fight of his career, most likely, if he fights at Canelo at 68. Because if you listen to Crawford interviews, he's already talked about, oh, I've already done everything. I can retire now, and I'm a legend and Hall of Famer. So that gives me the impression of somebody who's planning on packing it in soon. So if he gets this crazy $40-50 million bag or something crazy fighting Canelo because it's a freak show fight, what do you think? He's still going to be hungry? And then, like, he's already talking about not fighting guys like Boots, and he hasn't fought Canelo. So can you imagine if Crawford were to get the paycheck associated with the Canelo fight? It would definitely be a pay-per-view. Is he going to want to come back and fight guys like Boots and Tim Tszyu? It just doesn't seem likely. So I think it's so disruptive, which is the biggest thing that I don't like about it, right? And it just doesn't make sense. And I'm glad that Bernard Hopkins, I don't always agree with what he's saying, but right now he's dead on. And I'm glad he's coming out and stating that and saying how foolish it is and why are we even talking about this. He even said to the host on Fight Hype, he said something to the effect of, if I didn't have my sanity, then I would attack you or fight you for even asking me this question. And I feel bamboozled even talking about this. And this is also someone who has paid a lot of respect to Crawford. There was a picture that surfaced not too long ago where Terence Crawford was in the Golden Boy offices and he took a picture with Oscar De La Hoya and B-Hop. There's also Hall of Fame, like behind the scenes stuff where I've seen Crawford pictured with B-Hop. So he doesn't seem like a habitual Crawford hater or anything like that, or he has an axe to grind with Terence Crawford. He's just speaking his mind. Finally, the part in terms of me being ego Stadamus, that's already goes without saying. But the part I find hilarious is when I was saying this in past videos, hey, this fight doesn't make sense. Crawford should be fighting like a Boots and maybe a Tim Tszyu, Brian Mendoza winner, things like that. And Canelo should be fighting someone in his weight class, David Morrell, Benavidez, Andrade winner. But the funniest thing is, and I'll leave you guys with this, one of the funniest things about this whole scenario is that the Bud Buddies came out and said, oh, Ego, you're hating when I said these things. And they said, oh, it's not out of the question for Crawford to move up 21 pounds. Bernard Hopkins moved up in all this weight to fight Antonio Tarver. That's what they said. And it's funny because they referenced him, and the guy that they're referencing is not even on board with this fight. So you just look stupid for trying to connect. Oh, this makes a bunch of sense, knowing there's other fights that have been in the queue longer that make a lot more sense. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. I keep telling you I'm the best in the business. I make this look good. I make this look pretty. I'm introducing Super Thanks right here on the official Boxingego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new interactive and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We work.